Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, we have another mission ahead of us, and I have gone through, and I think that we're going to go with some snitches get stitches, it seems. So, what we need to do is we're going for an ambush convoy. What we're going to be going for is a whole heap of salvage. We've got a very nice amount on the table, and considering how we want to do a few refits, I think that seems the best call. So, we've got a skull and a half of difficulty, and I think that should work out relatively well. This will also help boost us with the pirates. At the moment, we are currently disliked. We do need to boost up our reputation with them. This will at least help us get a little bit more favorable with them too, which is all good things for us. So let's go ahead and accept. For our mission today, do we want to bring anything different? Look, I'm a little bit wary about bringing some of these lighter mechs. It does give me a little bit of a hesitation. There was a lot of salvage on board, so I do wonder whether it's going to be a bit of a fight. What I'm thinking we do is we should have enough movement with the Phoenix Hawk to chase down any vehicles if necessary. We're pretty good at moving around. We do get the benefit of being in a tundra, so we will get a better heat sinking capacity. So I think that should be fine. Although, hang on a second, maybe with the Enforcer, maybe what we do here, I was about to say, maybe we bring ourselves out just because we have the multi-target. Maybe we can spread the AC-10 and the lasers around. But you know what? All in all, I think it's probably fine as is. So you know what? Yeah, we're going to run out the same lines from the last couple of days. Yeah, it should all be good. Cheese Goblin also does have that advantage of that tactical maneuvering thing where he can shoot before moving. So that could also be rather handy given if we get in front of the vehicles and then can take them out with relative ease. Alright. Let's just cross our fingers and hope all is well. Okay, so our objective: destroy the prisoner convoy and escape, with a bonus objective of destroy the convoy guards. Somehow we've let the Taurian Concordat get their hands on one of our less reliable supplies. It only took them a few days to break her, and now she's ready to spill all kinds of secrets in court. That isn't in our best interest, and since you're talking to us, it's not in yours either. We'd like to demonstrate what happens to those who snitch. She is being transported to a secure facility by ground vehicle. We don't know which vehicle she'll be in, so just take them all out. If you help us send a message by wiping out all of the escorts, there's a bonus in it for you. Okay, this is exactly the kind of morally ambiguous job that makes me uncomfortable working with Pirates Commander. Yes, it isn't necessarily the best, but you never know. Let's just get paid. Alright, our employees are signaling that the convoy has entered the region. Time to move out. Here here's where we'll make contact with the targets. Once we start shooting, the convoy will probably make a break for it. Intercept them. Once they're dealt with, head to the evac zone for pickup or clear out the convoy guards. Your call. Good luck, Commander.
Okay, let's do this.
Well, we're in an advantageous position here. That's the denial zone, so that should be good for us to protect. Looks like they have a fairly long route along there. I think what we're going to do... I think what maybe we try and aim to do is that maybe we try to intercept up over here. We'll have a little bit of cover with some trees potentially. And we should have a pretty good field of fire. We should be able to keep them dealt with. I think that's going to be the way that we go. So, let's start sprinting off in this direction.
Move order received.
We'll make as much movement as we can. We do have the extra 20% movement speed on our Enforcer.
Moving out.
With Tank having just got a new little bit of a level up. We'll get that Phoenix Hawk into position, and then our Vindicator we will also get moving as far as possible.
I copy.
Alright, honestly, it's not even the worst case scenario too, with our Marauder being a little bit slower. We have good long-ranged weapons. We should be fairly comfortable with being able to handle whatever is ahead of us. But that said though, we will stay to the outside of the forest here so we can kind of sprint our way around. If we can avoid the difficult terrain, that would be ideal. Alright, let's move you up over here, and then our Vindicator, let's bring you... Yeah, let's keep you out of the forest if possible. As for our Phoenix Hawk, let's just go ahead and move up. Early sensor data on our quarry is probably going to be ideal. Alright, any sign of contact yet? No, okay. Well then, let's move Rannoch around there. That should be fine. Let's get the Enforcer up over here. Again, we'll rotate around a little bit if possible.
Confirmed.
And then, you know what? Let's just move a little bit, not too far. I don't want to spook them unnecessarily. I want to find a good position. Also, too, we've got geothermal activity in the area, so that will play into things, as we do know that that can cause us a little bit of grief, depending. Alright, but either way, let's go ahead and move up into cover with the Marauder. The Enforcer, let's get that. Let's move that all the way up there.
Our target is within sensor range.
Okay, and now we've got to get eyes on target. Alright, let's get our... Oh, actually, you know what we could do? If we sprint across... I don't want to go through rough terrain because that'll give us some negative modifiers, but if we go straight forwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 7? Yeah, evasion pips, that should be more than enough to keep us nice and safe.
I understand.
Let's figure out the targeting over here. Okay, so they have a striker, nothing too dangerous there, SRMs and LRMs. We'll have convoy... convoy, what else have we got? More of the convoy. Okay, 1 escort, 2 and 3, okay. We do have some nice positioning over here, potentially, so we will get ready for that. We'll bring, oh, what do we do? We can get line of sight, and I think that this is what we will do. Yeah, we'll sprint around here. We don't want to take any of these extra penalties. So let's just move across here.
On my way.
We'll still move before we shoot on the next turn, so that should be good enough. Alright, what are we dealing with? Alright, large laser. Managed to somehow strike true.
Light damage, Commander.
Not exactly what I prefer, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Alright, so Rannoch, we could go ahead and move up and take a shot here. 60 and 70% is pretty decent, but I think they'll come closer. We can move the Enforcer, but you know what, for now, I actually think we'll let them take a couple of shots first. There is something that's relatively heavy, but we will see. Oh, actually, that'll be the Striker. That's the level 2, so that I'm actually okay with. Yeah, let's go ahead and reserve and see what we're dealing with.
Reserving action.
Alright, so they have a Griffin. Okay. Luckily they missed there, but they'll have some good maneuverability with that thing. And then... I'm not sure what they've got back there, but we should be fine. Alright. Let's see. What have you got here? Yeah, large laser, 2 mediums, and LRM 5s. Let's go...
Receiving you.
What have we got? We could pick up some cover here, 40s and 45s.
Standing by.
Enforcer, we could take some shots here. We don't have breaching shot on anybody. Yeah, we need about 100 damage if this is going to work, and that AC-10 and the large laser would be enough if they hit the same location.
Reporting.
The Phoenix Hawk we could also move across. Could get some good shots there.
Yes, Commander.
Actually, you know what? Maybe we move up with the Vindicator here. We've got 85% on the PPC, but we've... That might actually be worth it. Yeah, 45% chance is not much against that Griffin there. Let's just move on up. In fact, I think we'll move onto the road so we've got better maneuverability on the next turn. And yeah, we'll start taking some pot shots. Yeah, actually, maybe we hold off just in case they've got a bigger, more dangerous mech that we need to deal with. Or a stronger vehicle. Oh, you know what? Let's just... They'll survive no matter what we do.
Yes, Commander.
I think we'll, yeah, you know, let's just move the Enforcer forwards. I think that'll be fine. We'll give some multiple targets here. We've got some better armor than the Phoenix Hawk. We don't want to focus all of the damage on a singular mech, so let's just focus on what we can deal with. This will warm us up a little bit, and honestly, I'm okay with a full Alpha Strike right now.
Primary target is damaged, Commander. Keep it up.
Depending...
Primary target is damaged, Commander. Keep it up.
Fantastic.
Reporting.
If we didn't fire that other medium laser, I don't think we would have got the kill right then, so I'm glad we did what we did.
Commander.
Alright, let's see. What else do we see? Those are all fairly dodgy.
Orders?
You know what? I think maybe we hold out for a second. Yeah, let's let some of these vehicles get a little bit closer. I don't like that they're all super heavy here, but it is what it is. What have they got? Oh, Demolisher. That is dangerous.
Sensor locked.
But the fact they're sensor locking does tell me that maybe they've got some LRMs.
Yep.
Actually, what have you got there? Yeah, twin AC-20s. Oh, yeah, do not want to have to deal with that. Let's make sure we get that kill. Let's bring the Marauder up.
Move into position.
And we'll just take take the first shot we can. Alright, unfortunately that AC-10 did not work out. LRM carrier. That's a pretty solid barrage right there.
Losing armor.
Alright, yeah, what do they have there? 3 LRM-20s. That is crazy. Alright, we could move up, we could get some shots here, and honestly, I think that's not even the worst case. Move us into some cover. I think that's going to be the best plan for us. Yeah. Alright, let's just go ahead and, oh, wait a second. We'll move it even further, get that extra bit of evasion there. Yeah, let's go. Oh, actually, you know what? We probably should have jumped just a slight bit, just for that bonus bit of damage. And now we're not even facing the left-hand side of this thing either. Oh, actually, you know what? No, maybe we are. Never mind.
Certainly.
Alright. Not enough to get the kill. And what are they following? Ooh, SRMs. My goodness, glad we moved, took some cover. That could have been very, very dangerous.
Ready for orders.
Alright, big man, let's go ahead and focus on these main issues. We've got a Shadowhawk and a Griffin. Both of those are pretty dodgy. The SRM carrier at 65%. I don't think we've got any better options as far as percentages are concerned. Actually, we could move here for 70. Yeah, look, I think we've got to go ahead and take care of that Demolisher first and foremost. So let's just move up over here. It gets us a little bit closer, but it does give us the best percentage possible. It is... Oh, actually, you know what? We're not even going to get the kill. That is disappointing. SRM carrier, what have we got? We can't really destroy this thing either, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 SRM-6s. Oh, no wonder it was sending shots at us as crazily as it was. Alright, yeah, let's just go for the highest percentage. Damage is damage. That's the main thing for us first.
Confirmed.
Alright, almost got the kill. Not quite enough for now. We're going to let those mechs have some free reign right now. The main thing is that we get rid of those vehicles.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Alright.
Ready for orders.
So, our Marauder's got some very good positioning here. We've got very solid amounts of damage that we can do. I think we might even go on the LRM carrier there, potentially.
Standing by.
But we'll save that for a second. Let's move... No, we can't even split up our fire either. We're fully committed to a single target.
How might I help?
Actually, you know what? Maybe what we do here... Let's move over there. This would mean... left-hand side. We could probably chuck maybe 2 medium lasers over here and then soften up something else like that SRM carrier or the LRM. I think that's going to be the best plan for evasiveness and long-term safety. Yeah, because if we move here, hang on a second, that would mean... Is it rough terrain reduces movement speed and causes units to take 150% stability damage from all attacks and +4 to hit units within rough terrain with melee. Yeah, that's only within, but we'll take more stability damage, and I'm not sure... Actually, you know what? That does let us get our small lasers up and running. You know what? I think this is actually going to be worth it. Let's move up.
Confirmed.
Alright. So you, my little friend here, you're going to get shot at with 2 small lasers just to see if we can be a bit more efficient, and then we'll do the rest against the SRM carrier there, because otherwise I'm very concerned for our longevity. Alright.
Yes, Commander.
Excellent. We hit that left side. It was favoured, so slightly more likely. Alright, this I'm okay with. Griffin, you can go ahead and do your thing. Again, right now we need to make sure that we take out their DPS, because good grief have they got a lot still surviving. Yeah, alright.
What do you need?
So, the Marauder can take out pretty much anyone that we want if necessary. The Enforcer, let's roll on across to maybe...
Good to go.
Oh, actually, we might have some limited opportunities against that LRM carrier. Okay, let's move.
Good to go.
I think we might actually move the Enforcer first. And then we follow that SRM carrier. Make sure that we try and take that out as early as possible. Yeah, look, I think that's going to have to be the way that we go.
Heading out.
We'll use the Marauder to take out the LRM carrier, and then that leaves our Vindicator here able to get a pot shot on some of these guys, or maybe even potentially, yeah, a breaching shot where necessary. But again, we have to make this stuff go away. Alright.
Vehicle down.
Luckily, it does seem that those SRM carriers are a bit of a glass cannon. So, yeah, looks like that AC-10 was enough, but again, best to be safe than sorry.
Standing by.
Let's bring our Marauder up into position here. That is, yeah, that is respectable. Let's move on up.
Copy that.
We do have enough resolve, but I think this is going to be... Yeah, I think this is good enough. We can always... Yeah, we'll see. This should be fine.
Engaging target.
Come on now. There we have it.
To the LZ, Commander. I'm coming in hot.
Ooh, alright. Well, that is the danger out of the way. I think we now just clean up and pick up some very nice little bits of salvage. So, 60% on a PPC shot here, 65, 30. Well then, I guess we'll take what we can get. Let's move on forwards. And let's breach through some of that cover, I suppose. Alright, what's next? Ooh, Shadowhawk coming in for a melee. Okay. No support weapons, which is ideal. Alright, so how are we looking? Left arm is a little bit beaten up. That's not good. They'll probably try and focus on us.
Orders.
How's our resolve? It's at 40? You know what? Let's just have a quick check. What have we got? Large and 2 mediums and LRMs. Oh, actually, Oh, 2 griffins. Yep, oh, there's the Shadow Hawk. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which one we target first.
Aye, aye.
Can we get close enough to get those small lasers online? It does not appear to be so. We can get better odds on that. On the Griffin at the back there. 70% it seems. 70s and 85s. Oh, you know what? There we have it. We found the sweet spot. That'll do. And you know what? I think we'll also go ahead and go for a precision shot. If we can get better action economy, we will absolutely take it. Does this guy have cover? No, he doesn't. Even better. Let's go for that headshot. 33%. Can any... Oh, yeah, we need the AC-10 to land. Otherwise, it's... Actually, you know what? We need 2 of them to hit if it's going to be a kill, but we'll take whatever we can get. Well, you know what? That'll do it.
Tango down.
Well, that's made our life a whole stack easier. Alright, minimal damage. That is ideal. Let's bring...
Receiving you.
Let's see. Let's bring our Enforcer back over here. If we go over there... Oh, actually, we can... We can negate his cover. This would also allow us to swing our left arm further away from that Griffin, just in case. Although... Yeah, you know what? Maybe that is okay. If we focus the rest, like, we've got our Phoenix Hawk, we can jump behind, shoot him in the back, and then we can potentially follow up with the Vindicator. Yeah, look, I think we're going to be... I think we're going to be set. Let's just go ahead and take our shots and, yeah, make things worse for this guy.
Firing all weapons.
Alright, that structure is exposed. Let's make the most of that with Cheese Goblin here.
Awaiting orders.
You know what? You're very chill, so let's go ahead and... if we use our jump jets, we can still get some cover as well as all of these shots on target. I think that seems good to me. Only minimal heat and minimal armor. Fantastic.
Unloading a full salvo.
Alright, well, he was a lucky fellow there, it seems.
Standing by.
Let's bring our Vindicator forwards. Let's travel... And then, yeah, I guess we'll follow up with everything against him. We could go for a full Alpha Strike. We could potentially take out a leg as well. He's got a lot of armor. You know what? Let's go for maximum damage. Yeah, let's roll up close. Let's give this guy a couple of things to think about.
I copy.
Alright, my hope was that we would take out a leg and give ourselves some free, some free precision shots.
I'm taking internal damage.
But we'll have to go with whatever. Let's have a look. I don't think we're in danger of getting taken out.
Waiting for orders.
Let's see. Still got cover there. We could go ahead and move. Could potentially see about breaking his... If we do fire from the side, we're going to get a less likely chance of hitting him in the head. Yeah, and we need to do, what's that, 61 points of damage. I think maybe we actually hold off for a second, just in case we can get this Griffin to come out of the shadows there. Let's get the Enforcer back into cover. Let's go... Oh, actually, you know what? Oh, we could take some pot shots up over here too. That's not the best. I was still hoping to maybe make it into this guy's rear arc, which it does appear that we can do. You know what? Let's get a little bit of payback, I suppose.
Moving to position.
Alright, let's see if we can make this thing go goodbye. Alright, well, I guess it's an injury. Alright, let's see what this guy does. Yep, jumping down out of cover, that's what I wanted. It looks like he's fairly focused on Aranek there, that's fine.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Let's go ahead and then in turn, what have we got? Oh, no. Hang on, what have we got? 60s, 75s. Oh, look at that. A full salvo. That seems ideal to me.
Location confirmed.
Alright, precision strike. This should be pretty good. 35% for a headshot.
Affirmative.
A hit, but not a kill. How much health has this thing got? 1 hit point. Oh, so we hit with the AC-10. Alright, well that'll slow him down for next turn. That's fine. Let's just go ahead and,
What's up, boss?
what do we want? Oh, we could just take a shot here. All those 90s and 95s. Let's not waste any time. Let's just...
Firing a full salvo.
There we have it.
Target eliminated.
One shot after the next. Cataclysmic damage transferring
What's the
in.
plan?
That's what we want. And then... Oh, I don't know. Could use our jump jets. That's not going to do too much. But again, I don't want to get shot at. Actually, what we could do... How close is minimum range? You know what? Maybe we could try and take a leg out and make it a little bit easier for everyone to get some precision shots and get that free salvage. Yeah. You know what? We'll aim on this left-hand side. Hopefully we'll take out a leg.
Of course.
If not, that's okay. We've got some other mechs to follow up with. We won't have the resolve for the headshot just yet, but that's why we'll bring up...
Yes, Commander.
Oh, actually, you know what? We could go ahead and shoot again and then bail. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and use our skills that we've got.
As you wish.
Oh! Got the headshot.
One.
Well done. You managed to wipe the Op4 out. I can do an extract right now. No need to get to our planned LZ.
Mission successful.
Well, that is fantastic news. Good shooting there, Cheese Goblin. Good shooting indeed. Because I was about to say, if things didn't quite go well, we could always back up after shooting from minimum range. Can then get on out of there. Alright. An extra 25% payment, which is nice, brings us up to 55,500 C-bills. The pirates will like us that little bit more, and we're going to admittedly have to do a little bit of repairing, but nothing too crazy. And we can now go ahead and pick up a whole heap of salvage. So, what do we want? Well, we could actually take 2 griffins. And you know what? I am not going to say no to 2 free griffins. That is hard to come by. And then we should have another 21 pieces of salvage. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. Look, we might actually end up with... Oh, good grief. We could end up with a lot of stuff here. You know what? I'm happy no matter how this goes. What do we get? Alright. We have a large laser, LRM-10, LRM-5, medium laser, SRM-2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SRM-6s, and a whole heap of heat sinks, as well as a couple of jump jets, AC-20 ammo, and LRM ammo as well. The only thing missing that I would have really liked was maybe an AC-20 in one of those, but you know what, that's fine. I don't mind whatsoever. That was a solid haul of goods. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick a bit of a level up, assuming we have the experience. Then I think we can do a slight a repair on one of our mechs, and then I think... I know we can probably afford to do some of our mech upgrades as well, which would be rather nice. There was a little bit of refitting that we were short on a couple of heat sinks. Alright, and also too, we now have some better mechs. How very nice that is. Okay, so first of all, let's check that everyone is in...
What's up, boss?
Where they need to be. Let's see. Could go for some extra piloting. I think we'll just stick with gunnery for now.
Awaiting order.
Cheese Goblin, you are close to the next level, but I think for now we will wait. We could afford a couple of things, but again, right now I think we just max out the gunnery there.
Yeah.
Ranek, you've got enough for an upgrade there. Let's make it a little bit more likely to get the those headshots happening.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And then as
Ready
for
for orders?
tank, we could go for some tactics for indirect fire, but again, it's minimum range. Ooh, no. Right now, we don't have any minimum range issues with you, so let's just stick with what we've got. I think that's fine. We'll double check the mech bay as well. We do need to repair that enforcer slightly. We did take a couple of points of damage. Oh, 2 to the leg? And 8 to the arm. Yeah, look, I don't really want to lose that large laser that's been modified. We'll go ahead and repair this first. We'll make that the priority as well. And then... oh, we've got our trebuchet as well as our griffins to have a look at. Okay, well, you know what? We've got pretty decent money. Let's go ahead and I think what we'll do... we'll go on into the store because all of that lost tech, we're definitely going to go ahead and pick it up. We've got the money. We're not going to waste any more time. ER medium laser, we will purchase the one that they have. We will also pick up that ER PPC. That is delightful. And then, what have we got? Medium pulse laser. That could be very nice. As well as, what was it? A double heat sink. Yeah, we'll purchase that, although that is quite expensive, so we are a little bit lower on funds, but that's okay. I do see that we've got Gauss ammo here. I'd hate to pick up a Gauss rifle and then not have the ammunition, so we're going to go ahead and buy 2 tons of this, assuming that we will get one in the future. So that'll be just for safety's sake, because again, not everywhere sells it, so I would rather have it just in case. And then what I think we'll also do is we'll go ahead and sell mech parts and cannot be purchased while in the... hang on a second. I was trying to sell off the javelin. Okay. You know what? We can sell these off fairly quickly. That'll help boost up our funding. That should be fine. Yeah. It won't be a big issue. I just guess we can't do that right now as we speak. But that's all good. Alright, so either way. Let's see, a griffin. You know what? I'm not 100% sure what we want to do here, but of course, it's probably wise that we increase its armor rating. That's always one of the best things I find in this game. So we'll max the armor out. That leaves us with a 1/4 ton. Let's do a couple of for the legs. Alright, and then that leaves us with how much workable space? It looks like 16 tons. Yeah, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. But either way, let's not get too lost. What do we do? What do we want? Could go for some SR... oh wait, do we have SRMs? Yeah, we have some SRM capability here. Let's maybe see something brawly. Go with an SRM-6. Hang on a second. My game. Okay, hang on a second. I'm having a little bit of a bug here. I'm just going to quickly pause here and see if I can figure it out. Okay, so I fixed up my mech, and yeah, it turns out I just needed to reset the progress, reset the values. But either way, we went ahead and I toyed around with what I wanted. It took me a little bit longer than I thought. I think for now we're going to go with a little bit of a brawling mech. I don't have a ton of ammunition on this thing, but for now I think it'll work. It's a bit of a generalist design, but I think it should be okay. We use some of our new SRM-6s and a single ton of ammunition to feed both of those. That'll give us about, what is it? It's about 8 rounds worth of SRMs at maximum. We'll also have a large laser to do some damage at distance, and as we get super close, I realized we had a ton left over, so I swapped out a medium laser for 2 smalls, because that way if we go for any melee, we'll get some nice damage boosts there. And then also too, if it does get close enough to where we can use the SRMs and small lasers, I think it could be pretty good. And then just a couple of heat sinks to distribute the potential criticals. In fact, you know what? We might actually move this to the left torso as well, just to be on the safe side. Actually, you know what? No, we'll just leave them spread out, make it a little bit easier. Heat-wise, it's reasonably efficient. At long distance, we're not going to be creating any heat whatsoever. It's not going to be a big issue. And then, yeah, as we get a little bit closer, we will start increasing our heat output. It's going to be 24 heat for both of these, and then that takes us to 30 with the small lasers, which again is within our heat sinking capacity, so that would keep us cooling down for a little bit. And then we could also play with the laser as to depending on how much heat we do have available. But yeah, no minimum ranges. It should be pretty good. I think that's what we'll run with for now, so we will go ahead and confirm that. That'll take us 6 days to work on. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with our other Griffin for now. But yeah, I'm sure something will sort itself out at some point. But also too, before I forget, let's go ahead and get that Enforcer repaired so we can go ahead and do another mission or two. In fact, let's even bump up the Griffin. Yeah, the Firestarter will be nice, but it's not something that we can use in the immediate time. But a Griffin, being a 55-ton mech, does put that as our second heaviest mech available right now. So, let's go ahead and, yeah, oh, that's right. We're going to go to the store and sell off the other mech chassis that we no longer need. We'll go ahead and sell that off. We will go ahead and make sure that we get a bit of extra money, because what I plan on doing is, oh wait, is there anything else we need to sell? Anything we've got a huge abundance of? Not particularly. Okay, so we'll hold on to the, oh, actually, you know what? 20 jump jets. We do not need that many of those. Let's save, I don't know, let's save 5 of them. That should be enough. An extra 46,000 isn't too shabby. Okay, so we'll get all of that done. Let's also head to engineering. I was about to fast forward some time, but I realized we have not got our recreation sorted out. This will cost us 450,000 C-bills. That'll be fine.
Sure thing.
That means
but
that we
we'll
can
get it
finally get our morale up and running again. We do have enough money for our next month, so it's not like we're going to end in a particularly bad position. But yeah, we'll let a day run through. Just,
We're almost completely out of cash.
yes. Okay, but that is just so we can get that mech up and running. But it looks like we also have an event. Meeting Archangel. You'd been gathering supplies planetside, but have spent the last hour trying to find Yang. The sound of cheese and pounding metal draws you to the edge of town, where a pair of haphazardly repaired industrial mechs beat on each other. Yang calls you over. Sorry I wandered off, boss. I heard a guy in the market bragging about this Argo Mech Fight Club. I had to see it for myself. One of the mechs is notably better condition than the other, but the second clearly has the better, or possibly drunker pilot. The shinier mech finally falls, and a small group of winning betters collect from the bookie. Yang gestures to the junker mechs as the cockpit opens. You have to meet this pilot. He said any aggro mech can be made combat ready if you're not afraid of the challenge. What do you say? Should we buy the victor a drink? Okay, so let's see. You know what? Sure. Let's join on in and buy him a drink. You never know. Maybe he wants a job. But we did unfortunately lose a MechWarrior not too long ago, so who knows? It could be useful. I'd like to meet him myself, you admit. Yang grins and flags the pilot over. Despite the reckless abandon of his fighting style, he doesn't seem drunk, just exuberant. He introduces himself as Archangel and gladly takes Yang up on the offer of a few drinks. When he finds out you command a mech mercenary company, he buys the next round himself and starts feeling you out for any openings in your crew. As soon as we're done here, I'm going to register with the local hiring hall. But hey, if you don't have an opening now, that's fine. I think it's time for me to leave this rock anyway. I'm sure we'll meet again. Okay, so Archangel is now present. Is now, yeah. Okay, 4 piloting, 5 gunnery, 8 tactics, and 8 guts and 3 tactics. Huh. Criminal, brave, reckless, lucky, and periphery. We might need to catch up with him before we leave, but you know what? For now, I think that's a good spot to call today's episode. We'll come back with another contract and continue to increase our bountiful supply of sea bills and scrap. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan signing out.